All right, we are back, and Lafdul has a name. Go for it, Lafdul.
Don't mock me. Alion Alavain, which is Alion Shadow Spirit in human tongue.
All right,
Common tongue.
all right. So you'll return for the forgery in a few hours. You can just go ahead and deduct your 500 gold. Assuming
Well, I detected gem.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's up to you. However you want to do it.
Well, yeah, I just did a gem.
It's fine with me. I don't care. All right. So, do you want to just kind of skip forward to talking to Wolgrath?
I might have to. I'm gonna have to, but I also need to buy some clothes, and I don't know how long that's gonna take.
Cloves?
I've got to look the part.
Oh, clothes.
Yeah,
Right.
clothes.
I thought you said
For a
clothes.
second, I thought you said clues.
Clothes.
Can't you rob an elven washing line?
No, I don't want to look like anyone.
Okay.
Mr. Fancy Pants.
Yeah, and this is going to go for Ockar as well. 100 gold pieces for a nice outfit that you would wear to this sort of thing.
Ooh, God.
So both you and Ockar. Well, I guess Higgimus said that he was paying for it.
Okay.
Ockar.
How much is it for?
100 gold pieces.
Yeah. How much does it weigh?
That doesn't matter. I mean, when you're wearing it, it weighs nothing.
Oh, I just say I put on cost storage anyway. It's not something I carry around with me anyway.
Yeah.
I'd go for something that has. I don't know actually. I don't know if I want to go into that much detail.
It's up to you.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, okay. All right, so you pay a visit to Wolgrath and see what he has to say.
Yep.
All right, you return to the Thieves Guild and find Wolgrath. When you do find him, he pokes you in the chest and says, "I did not sign up for something like that."
Sign up. What did you encounter? I raised an eyebrows. As far as I know, it was just some woman.
You didn't say there was a wizard involved.
There is a wizard?
Well, he flew and turned invisible. Wasn't able to follow him.
That explains things. I'll give him another 50 gold.
Aye, damn right you will. He takes your gold.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't able to follow him, but I did see him take a woman out of that house. And I decided since you were paying me in the first place, I'd hang around for when he got back, and he put her back in. He was a good-looking man. Looked quite wealthy. Don't know who it was. He appeared to be Shou or something. I didn't get a great look beyond that, however.
He just took her and flew off.
He flew. Well,
we saw footprints going towards the window, like there was some giant creature.
Yeah. So
like 8 foot something.
Yeah. What? No.
Well,
he was normal.
I didn't
height.
give you a height. I just gave you an estimated weight from the depth depression of the footprints.
There's no way he weighed that much. That was a normal man. But
yeah.
I was watching the window from across the street, up on the roof of the building, and he just appeared there, and then went in.
What, from a portal?
No, it was just 1 second there was nothing, and another second there was a man at the window in the air, and he went in.
His invisibility.
And he took her out and flew off. I couldn't keep up with him.
He forced her out.
I didn't hear anything. I mean, it was a little far away. He was carrying her, you know,
She was
like
asleep.
you would when you get married.
Was she awake?
Yeah, was she awake?
Couldn't tell.
Did she look like she was conscious?
Well, she had her arms around him, so I would assume so, but, you know, it was across the street.
Well, that definitely clears things up. That's for sure.
Yeah. Ow.
When he came back, he was standing there at the window, putting her back in. And
how long was that?
I'm sorry?
How long was it till he came back?
Hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah. We're supposed to...
Okay, I see how he couldn't have followed it. It went into the air.
Well, I thank you for your time. You've been more helpful than you realise.
Yeah, if you say so. Don't be asking me for something like this again. If you better know what you're getting me into if you need my services again.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I Lafdul apologises to the guy, and obviously that's what the extra money was for.
Yeah, and I do thank you for that, but you need to get more information next time. And it's clear that the conversation is over now.
Yeah. All right. I head back to the Master residence.
Okay.
I was not expecting a wizard. Well, I sort of was, but I assumed that she was being summoned out or something.
Oh, you're back? We're talking with us?
Well, no, he went back to the Mashta residence, which only has
I
Higgimus and
mentioned.
Ockar at the moment.
Okay. I thought he might have went back to meet with us, but okay.
It's kind of troubling. Don't do so well against
No,
mages.
it's not a spirit now, though. We know it's a frickin' wizard.
Yeah, I say, well, it's a wizard. He flew off and took her out. She just went out the window. I'm not sure if she was commanded out or something, but he's definitely a powerful magic user.
Interesting.
I give
well,
over
great.
the details.
That made this a bit more complicated.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of silent spells.
The thing is Mike, you know that Yeldan wants to get this wrapped up tonight.
Well, she's going to go to the ball tonight.
Yeah.
So if he's going to try anything, he'll either try something at the ball or he'll try it tomorrow.
I think we should try to inform the father about this, but tell him not to make a disturbance after we tell him.
Yeah,
How about we get hold of a fishing net from the docks and drop it on the alleyway next time he tries it?
Well, one of us will have to be hidden.
Get a man catcher.
Eye on the alleyway from above, so when he shows up, we drop the net on him. But but I don't think any of us are all that great at stealth.
I have a potion of invisibility, but no doubt he'll have true sight or something. I don't know.
I don't know if he is that
invisible.
high level.
He flies a third level spell.
Well,
probably at least fourth level casting, so 7th.
If we had a net over the entire alleyway, I don't know that we'd need stealth.
Yeah.
That's kind of visible, but I'm not there.
I'm not there either. But is it possible to make an entire fishing net invisible?
You find he probably drops into it from the top.
Yeah, you can cast invisibility on items.
Yeah, so we could get some of our sailors to rig up. A fishing net.
Lasts what? How long does it last, though?
You don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, spellcraft check would have to be made.
And
we don't know.
Leva doesn't even have the spell, so
Can't even experiment with it.
Well, she could try to make it work. She
I
has
have
a
this-
spell that could work. Make it happen.
I have this mental image of this wizard coming from the top and bouncing off the net.
It's either that or
would
we
be the most likely
disguise.
outcome.
It's either that or we disguise Lever as Homiko, and get her to grab the guy.
Wait, what? I don't think that's gonna work. For several reasons.
Well, it's just a dice roll at the end of the day. If he fails it, it works.
It's
Well, we
dark
just-
outside. It's dark outside. He won't be able to see me until he actually grabs me.
We get her to put a headscarf over her head.
I see many problems with this situation.
Casting
Anyway,
And all the ways this can go wrong.
Invisibility only affects creatures. Then base spell. And it remains in effect until it is magically broken or dispelled, or until the wizard or the recipient cancels it.
Or for 24
Until the
hours.
recipient attacks a creature.
Yeah.
It has a maximum
24
of 24
hours. It lasts quite a fucking long time.
Yeah.
Yeldan, watch the language a bit.
Yes, please do.
Sorry.
Well, Leva doesn't have the spell anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
It is a level 2 wizard spell.
But she doesn't have it.
Here's a thought. I could use. Well, I don't know how long the invisibility would last on the potion. I'm just theory crafting at the moment. Theory crafting. Oh my god. I could use the potion and use Ockar to dispel magic and hope it works and dispel his fly so he falls to the ground.
If that's what you wanted to do,
No, I'm just
I gave you
putting
the
the idea
scroll, so
there.
I gave you the scroll, so you're free to use it however you wish.
Well, I wouldn't use it however I wish unless I had to use it.
True.
Well, at least I would have thought, a good reason to use it. So.
Well, I mean,
Because that's like greater
if you guys don't have any
invisibility.
more things that you want to
No,
talk about or
we
discuss.
just wait for Yeldan and Lever to get back.
All right. Well, you need to go pick up the forgery.
Oh yeah. I put the idea across to Ockar. Oh, actually, no, I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't, because he's a paladin.
I realised that. All right, now I go and pick up the forgery.
You could put the idea to Braxon or to Higgimus.
Yeah. Well, it's just information gathering at the end of the day. So.
Okay. You pick it up. Now you can't read it, but
Does it look like what the other one looked like?
it looks like the one that you saw before.
Good enough.
All right.
You sure this will work? I squinty eye him.
Well, if it doesn't, just don't mention my name.
Yeah, don't mention my name when you get arrested by the guards. He's basically saying.
Of course it'll work.
I might need your services another day. Why would I give you up?
Anyways, let's go.
All right. Anyone? Anything else that people want to do before the ball?
What did our research bring?
Get back.
Not a whole lot. So, like, what were you? I mean, you just kind of like tossed out, that you were gonna go look for stuff, which didn't really lead to much. I mean, there's, you didn't really have an idea of what you were looking for in the first place, so you were kind of just reading around looking for something, and it didn't really lead to much.
Okay.
Now, if something pops up that, it might be relevant, there's that. But you were kind of taking like a shotgun blast to the research project.
Well, I said I was going to look into that. I mean, part of looking into that is invisibility and levitating and teleportation.
Right, but these are all very common abilities for a wide range of creatures.
Okay.
Once I would have told them what actually happened, they would have realized their research would have been very misled.
Well, the thing is if you tell us it's a wizard, our research becomes moot.
You didn't tell us anyway because you went back to the master home. You didn't come to us and tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, you didn't.
Yep. So we're going to keep researching. You don't necessarily need to roll for it now because...
Just about anything we find is going to be wrong.
Not necessarily. We could find out what type of Shou monster it is. But that's about it. Possibly.
You never know, you might come up with something that solves another problem.
Well, she ends up going for like an hour and a half, so he's obviously doing something complex.
All right. So everyone wants to just basically get back in time then?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Do we need to do a roll for the research or not?
No.
Just, if something comes up that we might have researched, we can roll for it.
Yep.
Now, Leva can do this too, and since it's an intelligence check, she'll be far better at it than I am.
Yeah, but there's penalties and stuff like that, so.
Yeah, I know.
Has Braxon got time?
Leva will still have a better chance than me.
Has Braxon what? I'm sorry?
Has Braxon got time to fit that window box?
Yes, but you haven't actually asked anyone in the house whether they will let you put it there.
Yeah.
That was a goodwill gesture. I remember having the conversation about it.
Did have a conversation about it. I suppose.
You said that you would put one up for her.
Yeah, well, I suppose
so
what
if someone did that? Don't know.
I suppose
But in such a way that getting out the window is more difficult.
Yeah, kind of.
All right. Well, I mean, you come back with it made, and you're gonna offer it to Homiko, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. She refuses.
She refuses.
She refuses.
Right, okay. Okay.
Nobuan says, well, you could. I certainly appreciate the gesture. I mean, there's like, they don't suspect that there was an ulterior motive to this.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a question. Did Jindo get her to kiss a rose petal?
No, he didn't.
No,
during lunch? The second lunch?
No, he didn't.
No.
Nobuan says, well, it's a very nice gesture, and those are very nice flowers there. You could put it outside the dining room window. Braxon?
Could do. I thought it'd smell good when you came in, when you opened the window in the morning. I'll put it outside the dining room window then.
Yeah, so, I mean, number one, Homiko is also looking, drab and not radiant at all, and she's a bit snappish and complaining about things. So you kind of got her at the wrong time, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then maybe Braxton should wait and ask her
You already offered.
Oh.
You already offered before. I thought she'd said yes.
I'm pretty sure I did not say yes to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
She liked the idea of having one, but she never agreed to you putting one there for her.
You could offer again tomorrow morning,
Yeah,
when she feels better.
Tomorrow morning, yeah.
She'll probably just politely reject at that time, rather than
Maybe.
aggressively reject it.
Maybe.
Maybe, maybe not.
All right, so off to the ball.
Well, who is going now?
Hang on, Lafdul would pull Lever aside because
Oh
he
dear.
can't really make it out to the rest of the party.
Yeah, keep in mind
I was gonna
that
ask Leva to come with me with Kayan, so
keep in mind also that you never told her about this before, so
Yeah, no, it's up to her. No,
And-
She doesn't have any clothes.
yeah.
No, I bought the clothes. I paid 200 gold.
Oh.
He thought you had read.
Yeah. So,
oh dear.
Well, Leva has a typical
you don't have to
female-
if you don't want to.
Yeah, because I would have asked her, talked to her while we were researching,
Mhm.
asking, you want to go to the house with Kayan to have a sniff around, see if we can pick up the same scent there.
I thought we were going to do that on the way back.
I don't know where the Seekers is from the residence, but I wanted to do that during the ball, so I know he wasn't going to be there.
Oh, well, then there was definitely a misunderstanding because I thought we were going to do that before.
No, Yeldan
Well,
has
I
only
haven't
talked
made
about,
a tracking roll yet.
Yeldan has only talked about going there during the ball, because he believes that Ryuto would be at the ball.
And
Right.
Is Ryuto the mysterious guy?
yes,
I have a feeling he's gonna be the wizard.
probably.
Probably.
But, well,
No, it's
Leva is
entirely up to you.
intrigued by Lafdul's offer, and she already voiced that she'd be curious.
No, at the end of the day, the clothes are not really wasted. I can just use them for another event. I've just listed it as on my inventory: fancy clothes for a male elf, fancy clothes for a female elf.
Well, anyway, she tries them on to see whether they fit.
Oh god, yeah, I never got them fitted.
Well, Lafdul's bought you clothes before,
All right, no, I've done
There's-
disguises on her, so I
Yeah.
have a vague idea.
so you know what
Okay.
size she is. I mean, it might be a little bit tight or a little bit loose here and there, but it's good enough.
Tight in a specific area.
Yeah. Let's not go
That
into
one
detail.
area, the one area they don't want chafing.
Well, kimonos normally don't chafe anyway because you can loosen them or tighten
It's not
them as you
necessarily a
wish.
kimono.
Come on,
Yeah,
no,
I
I
think
just
so.
got
Yeah.
like fancy elven, so whatever the equivalent of elven stuff.
All
is.
right. So she looks at that and she puts it on and she tries to remember to think about what she remembers from having been in similar circumstances before, and then she turns around and says, "Yeah, okay, let's try." And Yeldan, sorry about that, but
Okay,
I want to
missed
say
that.
I want to see whether, but you can have Tayan with you.
Well, I
leave
guess I
Tayan.
won't be able to find out anything about the smell until later. Hopefully, this is the right guy. If we get the same scent, we got him.
Did Lafdul
The ball
was the description clear enough that you'd recognize him at the ball?
Did I get a clear enough description?
No.
Yeah, I got like it was like a Shou human like, but he wasn't according to my other information I got from Samara.
So
He might
you
be
did.
part Shou is the thing, right? Or whatever. And she never
Yeah.
said she saw him directly.
No, she assumed he was of the other race. What was it? Kuritoru. Or was that his workers?
Kozakurin.
Kozakuran. Was that his?
So
We assumed that was his race, or was that his workers' race?
yes, but she said that he's similar to the Kozakurins on Brawl, which are essentially the Japanese of the Forgotten Realms. The Shou are Chinese.
So
but he's
would
from
we
a different world
recognize him?
entirely.
Would we recognize him from the description?
No. Lafdul did not get an actual description.
Ah.
What about the mage? What about the mage dude?
Yes.
No. Walrath specifically said that he was not close enough to get a good detailed description.
Was he wearing a robe or something, at least, to assume that he's a wizard?
Walrath assumed he was a wizard because he vanished and flew.
But all wizards have robes, you know. Hey, don't break my impression of all wizards.
Okay, let's go.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
We won't recognize him. I still want
They
to
won't recognize us.
Well, to get Tane to do things that I want him to do, will I have to roll animal handling, or because I'm a ranger and I'm good with animals, that won't be necessary?
What I would say is, you tell Leva what you want her to tell him to do. I mean, depending, I don't know. We'll play it by ear. Depends on what you want him to do. Like if it's just go here, then you can just point and he's smart enough to understand that. But if you want any complex instructions, then no, you're not really going to be able to do that because Leva's not there.
Just send me a text message.
We don't have sending stones, sadly.
You mean like throw a paper airplane at Leva?
Sending stones are a real thing that are like basically text messages.
I mean the whole text message thing. You just throw a paper airplane at her.
No, that's Twitter.
So what I can, however, do is tell Tayan to smell around, and if he sees, if he smells the same smell as the in front of the window, then he can sort of dance or do something to get Yeldan's attention.
I don't necessarily need to know if he gets it. I just need him to smell around for it.
Animal training.
Yeah, No, that's
give him commands and tell responses.
Yeah, your best bet is getting
look at the
information.
Ranger handbook because he has.
No, she would have to do it.
Right, but what I mean is that there's not going to be a whole lot of information that you can actually transmit between Tayan and Yeldan.
I have Rangers get a animal empathy, which is
actually.
But he's a familiar. He's a familiar. It goes beyond just a normal animal.
Yeah,
out of curiosity.
But if he can convey to me it's the same smell, then he should be able to sort of make some movement. I mean, dance around was just an example, but do something that will show to Yeldan that it was the same smell as well.
I would have thought that you would have been better off if Leva went to the ball and had a little hammock under her skirt with Tayan hidden in it.
No.
Well, I think Tayan would not be liked at the ball. If anyone sees him, you'd get the comic strip reaction to mice. There's a mouse in the house.
They might not. They're fancy folk. They like exotic things.
Sleeks are not exotic.
They're not.
No, not in
Even in
Spelljammer.
Brawl? Yeah.
Well, not in Brawl, anyways. If this was on Faerun, it'd be a different story.
She couldn't take him on a leash. You couldn't take him on a leash with a little hat.
It could go really well or really bad.
Well, he's my familiar, so he trusts me. But if they don't let him in, then
domestic animal.
Would they let him in? Would they let him in?
You don't know.
But that's Old's favorite word. You don't know.
Yeah.
I know
that's not true. One word. That's three.
Because I mean, a lot of these things, if you really want to know how people are going to react, you have to do it because you don't know.
This is upper class stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this not domestic animal, sadly, so that doesn't apply.
Well, it's not just the domestic animal. It's the fact that Tayan is not exotic enough. Let's say if you try to stick out here, you walk around with a cat on a leash, nobody will look, except the people who like cats. But if you walk around with a cheetah on a leash, everybody will come and look.
All right, let me just cut this short. Do you want Tayan to go with you, or do you want Tayan to go with Yeldan?
I want Tayan to go with Yeldan.
Okay. Then we will figure out from there when they're at, when the two of them are at the residence. We'll figure out what information can be conveyed to Yeldan based on what's going on.
Okay.
So, all right. I don't want to get stuck on, what can and can't happen and stuff like that.
Mhm.
All right, so,
I was just looking at animal empathy. All it seems to be able to do is make animals more friendly towards me.
yeah, it doesn't help here. Besides, it's a familiar, and so it doesn't really...
It doesn't really matter.
All right, so you've got an invitation, Lafdul and Leva, and Ockar is going to be going with the Mashtas. Now,
Who's going as guards?
Ockar, how are you going to, you've got a nice outfit, fancy clothes and everything like that. Are you just going to go as a paladin of Tyr, or yourself?
Well,
friend of the family?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, that's fine.
No deceptions, right?
I have no
He's a
reason
paladin.
to deceive anybody.
He can certainly deceive people in, for the greater good and things like that. But as he just said, he has no reason to.
Leva sort of holds Lafdul back and asks him in a whisper, "Hey, how are we going to sell that to Ockar?"
We don't go near Ockar.
Okay, sounds good.
Braxon says, does anyone need honor guard?
So Ockar, number one, you don't have to tell him it's a forgery. You could, it's certainly not unusual to bribe your way into some of these types of high society events when you want to, when you're an up-and-comer.
Mm-hmm.
So you could always just say you did something like that. Obviously you're not an up-and-comer, but you're doing it for the adventure. You're doing it for the...
Lafdul could come across like this. He's got a lot of contacts, and he's got very successful contacts so far.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
You would still probably want to, arrive differently, so you're not together.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to cast Detect Magic before we go in.
All right. Well, we'll get to that in a moment. Do you want to arrive before or after the Mashtas?
Lafdul?
How much
No,
do silver...
before, I think, because then we get to see who greets Mushta and his daughter. You can pay attention to that.
Good idea. Yes, didn't think of that.
Here's a question. This is a bit of... how much are silver arrows?
I don't know offhand. I'd have to go look, and you're not going to be able to buy them at this point.
No, I know. I know.
They'll be crafted.
Lafdul and Leva, do you want to take someone as a guard, guard/servant type thing? Or do you want to ride alone?
Braxon is going with the others, isn't he?
Don't know.
I don't know. It's up to you guys.
Which group do you want to go with?
Well, Brax is up for going with someone. He'll go with you and stay outside and be a servant if you want. Hopefully not get sent to the underside to do farming.
I was hoping to bring,
it might be more convincing if you go with us, if there's more of us together.
What's Higgimus doing?
Well, I can go as an honor guard too, I guess.
I was thinking about having Higgimus come with my group.
Eh.
Yeah, okay. Braxon go with Lafdul and Lever then.
Okay. Are you going to go as a hired guard or a servant?
Hmm. What?
Hired guard would probably makes more sense for Braxon.
He's just a.
I mean, obviously
a
Higgimus is going to be a
long-time
guard.
retainer, guard, captain of guards, whatever.
I think one of them should be a guard and one of them should be a servant in case they don't end up in the same place.
I thought one was only we're getting Braxon, they're getting Asher.
Oh,
Yeah.
Higgimus.
Well, what do you want? Because I don't
Higgimus,
have any other clothing, so
No,
you've got
we'll have you as a guard.
Okay.
Oh boy. Anyways, I'm
But
gonna...
no. I want to guard or servant. I mean, it's fine.
He's guard.
Okay.
God.
Now, you're okay with that, right, Braxon?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And then Higgimus will go as a guard for Ockar and the Mashtas.
I did think that, yeah, it might be better if Asher went with us because Okkar's had the lowdown on etiquette, and he's always got Mashta to fall back on.
So
Whereas
what is
we
the
don't have
policy on weapons at these kinds of events?
The guards can carry them. The other, the attendees of the ball, you would not be carrying weapons unless you could conceal it on yourself. Like, if you can conceal a
then
dagger on yourself, then you can take.
I've
Take
got
that.
a wrist sheath. Would that class as one?
Would the clothing that you have conceal that? Would you have gotten clothing specifically to conceal that?
It's got. I would have considered having a least wrist thing.
Yep. Then you can conceal a dagger there.
Could I have
Can,
Higgimus
What about
carry
the sling?
my-
Hold on. Ockar.
Could I have Higgimus carry my longsword with him, just in case something goes down?
Sure.
Yeah, I was going to suggest the same.
Well-
Can Braxon carry weapons for Lafdul and Lever?
Sling?
A sling could be concealed in like a purse or pouch type thing.
I certainly have a purse.
Along with a few sling stones or bullets.
I would certainly have a purse. I mean, I'm sure Lafdul thought of buying a purse for a woman.
So,
It's just the purse. Well, yeah, I would have. I could have. I didn't.
Yeah, it would have been. I mean, if that's what you want, then it's part of the.
It's
outfit.
if
fine.
it's part of the attire,
Yes.
then I would have got something.
Every woman needs a purse.
Yeah, I kind of realised that everywhere I've ever gone, they've always got a purse.
do either of you have a weapon that you want Braxton to bring?
I can get you to carry my short sword.
Yeah. Okay, wear that.
I have my sling with me. In the purse.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not going to get into melee, hopefully.
All right. All right. So I think we're ready to go. And you wanted to arrive before, right, Lafdul?
He
Yeah.
said yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, both me and Lova.
Okay. So we're on the right map. Let me go ahead and bring you guys. Make sure that you guys are here. So, Lafdul and Leva, you. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Oh, I can't zoom in anymore. Oh well. So you arrive first. You leave maybe 10 minutes before the Mashtas do, and you guys are received here out in the front, this larger drive area, and there's a well-dressed Shou man who is taking the invitations and reading them. There really aren't announcements per se. Because
Sorry, but Lafdul, did you tell me that this was forged?
Yes.
Okay. So Leva is nervous.
Okay. The invitation. The man glances at it, reads it over, and waves you in.
Phew, that
Now,
went easy.
the nature of this building is that there's kind of a large hall over here, but then there's also a number of public rooms in the rest of the building, except for this section
God.
here. This section here is that's where the servants and guards stay.
Oh, that's where Braxon goes in.
I'm the weird part that I'm worried about is how Okka's gonna react finding Lafdul there.
We've discussed it, so to speak, that I have contacts. This is how I've got information. Lafdul just has a network. He's an information go-getter kind of guy.
Okay.
You know, if
you could just say that you pulled some strings with the elves to get an invitation.
That's along the lines of what I'd say.
So Ockar knows that
Alright.
you're going to be there.
Yep, I know about it.
Okay.
All right. So Braxon, you are taken into the servants' area. There's other guards and servants there. Some are chatting. There's some food laid out for them. Nothing real fancy. A lot of rice.
Block of cheese. No?
A lot of rice.
Sushi.
Because there's a lot of
Sushi's fancy.
Yeah, it's mostly rice.
Just cooked rice.
Yeah.
Maybe a meat.
and vegetables and things like that. The
Yes.
common stuff that's fairly
Fried rice.
inexpensive. No, it's white rice.
No pork cassadon. You know,
No katsudan.
that's the GM's sad
Yes.
face.
Well, I'm not there, so I don't care.
You're there in spirit.
And they're, the guards are, dicing cards, otherwise just lounging around, chatting, waiting for a call. There are a few household servants who would then, come and get you if your employer needed you for something. So you can kind of mingle with them and stuff like that. They are mostly Shou, but not all of them. There are a few other Western humans and some Korobokuru and even an elf who is, interestingly enough, kind of cleaning the house at Dice.
Right.
All right, Lafdul and Leva, you are free to mingle around.
Are there any dwarves in here?
Looking around, no, not at this time. You don't see any dwarves in with the crowd. Like with Braxon, there's a lot of Shou, but there's actually a fair number of Western humans as well. You're not seeing any elves around yet.
I mentioned to Leva that Ryoto guy has a dwarf courier. He might be here, and if he is here, that would at least narrow it down to who this Ryoto fellow is.
Are we supposed to never go to the servants? What happens if we need a servant in the middle?
Our servant's Braxon.
You would go to one of the servants of the house and say...
Okay.
We don't have a house.
Well, no, you would go to one of the servants of this house, the Chan.
Oh, right.
We are guests, so we
Yeah.
use the...
And you would say, depending on what you need, like if you need something that's with the household itself, like you wanted some more food or drink, you just ask for that. But if you needed, if you were going to leave and you wanted your servant to get ready, then you would go say, tell my servant to get prepared to leave, kind of thing. So the household servants of Lord Chanfu, we would, go and fetch your servants for you. All right. What are you going to be trying to do while you're here?
What is around here?
Well,
There's people mingling around.
yeah, people mingling around. It looks like. Go ahead and give me a wisdom check, Lafdul.
Oh, wisdom. I might have a chance at this one. I'll just do a straight roll. 17 to beat.
Okay. You would guess that there's really two primary things going on here. The young men and women are basically feeling out suitors, or just mingling with their friends, while the older members, or the heads of the houses and stuff like that, seem to be like setting up business deals and stuff like that. So those are the two primary activities that you're seeing going on.
Mm-hmm. Do we see anyone who might look like Ryuto?
Well,
You don't
we
really know
wouldn't.
what he
Yeah,
looks like.
I would mention to Lever. Should we go as brother and sister, or because they're gonna ask her who is who when someone inevitably asks us, and you might want to use a different name.
Does what's his name, Mashta, know that we are there, or just Ockar?
I don't know. Would you have told Ashta?
Did we tell him, Lafdul?
I don't think we did.
So he'll be surprised. In which case, it's better if at least I go by my real name, because he doesn't know my any different.
Hmm.
You could just
Yeah.
avoid talking to him or meeting up with him in the ball directly.
But did you want to go as
general?
as Lafdul's sister? Did you want to go as brother and sister?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then, if
Actually,
anyone
we're
asks
moon
you,
elf, sun elf, we can't.
oh, that's actually a good point.
Sorry, I
That's
didn't
a
get
good
that.
point. You're two
Yeah, we're different races.
Yeah, you're different. Races of elves.
We just say we like step
could be-
brother, stepsister.
You could say that you're dating.
Yeah.
Not the
Or
first
she
time
could
you
be
did
your-
something like that.
Or she could
Yeah.
be your sister-in-law or something.
Actually,
What do you
that's dating is a good idea, because that means we are taken. We are not in the market to find a suitor.
All right.
Okay,
I'm fine
then
with
then basically you would say that she's your consort. Just go with that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. How are you gonna be mingling? Are you just gonna walk
Can
around
I
and
cast
listen in?
Can I cast the detect magic?
Not easily.
No.
You go to
need
the
a
washroom.
distraction.
You go to the washroom and cast it in there.
Oh, yeah.
How far away is the washroom?
It's.
Bathroom.
I mean, there's you could either go upstairs or you could go to the connecting area between the main areas and the servants' areas.
You
Which
just
one is
ask a
closer?
servant where the facilities are.
Well, you're mingling around,
Which one is
wandering around. It's what depends on what you want.
Which one is closer?
Closer to
Just-
what?
just-
You're
just say
wandering
what-
around.
Closer to where most of the people are.
Both are
It ain't gonna
equidistant.
matter. Once you cast it, it's going to be active, so you just walk around.
Yes.
You've got a few minutes at least. That should be plenty of time.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it depends on what you want to be using it for. I mean, I know you just want to just scan people at random.
At the
I would
moment,
say
yes.
it's early.
I have more detect magic for afterwards. But at the moment, yes, I just want to see whether anyone is, quote, magical.
Okay. There's quite a bit of magic around. Yeah.
Okay.
Some people have, their items are detecting as magical. Some of the people,
Rings, amulets.
yeah. So generally, personal items are detecting as magical.
But
What you
not the
want
people
is something.
themselves.
There's a few people. It tends to be the older heads of houses.
Protective spells, probably.
But let's see. We are looking for Ryuto.
Oh.
So he's middle aged or younger. And
Hold on. I forgot to roll Wild Surge.
Oh god, no.
Oh god.
Wild
What's the
Surge.
chances of that?
Wild
5%?
Surge. Everyone's clothes vanish.
You're fine. All right.
Everyone falls in love.
Because I forgot to do it earlier when you also cast it.
oh, okay.
You you cast it fine. All right.
Oof.
Right.
So
So it's good.
right now, I mean, you're not getting a whole lot of information. I mean, there's a bunch of people who are detecting as magical. It's not all the